make that quorum.
Thank you.
So I am ready. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're all set. Go for it.
All right, thank you. So welcome this evening to the Village of New Paltz Planning Board regular meeting of Tuesday, October 20, 2020. We're live streamed and recorded tonight at 7 p.m. The meeting will be held via Zoom and live streamed on YouTube. You may attend the meeting by clicking the link that Alana gave, and it's to a YouTube link for the Village of New Paltz. So tonight's agenda is fairly light. We have some administrative business, public comments. We have one pre-application review and then one site plan review for this evening. So we are going to get started here. First thing we want to do is look at the minutes from October 6, 2020. They are on the Google Docs that Alana brings out to us here. So let me go on mine real quickly here. I have the minutes in front of me. Are there any, is there anything that we need to do to adjust these minutes, or do we want to look at approving these minutes?
They look good to me.
They look good to me too.
Fine, fine with me.
Okay. Let me just pick up something here. Okay. I had looked over them earlier. I didn't see anything that needed to be adjusted or amended. So to me, they all look good. So what I would like to do is to get a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And so the minutes now are approved. So that takes care of the minutes. Moving along, next we have a note here that the meeting for the first meeting of November 2020 will be on Monday, November 2nd, 2020. We're doing this so that it will not interfere with the elections. So please, everyone, mark your calendar for Monday, November 2nd, 2020. That's when the meeting will be will occur, and that way we will not interfere with the elections on November 3rd. Next thing we want to do is see if we have any updates from.
John, can I interrupt for a second?
Yes, please go ahead.
Was that at 6 or at 7?
It's at 7.
Thank you.
I didn't think there would be a change, but thank you for clarifying that. So the next thing we want to do is see if there are any updates from the village board, from the Ulster County Planning Board, or from the Environmental Planning Board.
Bill Murray and Don are absent.
Okay, so there will be nothing from them, nothing from the Ulster County Planning Board, so we are just going to move on. The next item is public comments. Alana, did you field any public comments that we need to have expressed here?
No, I didn't receive any in writing, and I'm not even seeing anyone watching right now, so I'm of the opinion that we're probably good, but you can always wait a minute or two if you would like.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we circle back after the end of this and see if there are any further public comments?
Yeah, we can do that. That's a good idea.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to application reviews. The very first one is a pre-application for a change of use It's PB 20, but no number yet. It's for 215 Main Street. Applicant Salvatore Rondinelli. The zoning district is B1. So the SBL is 86.35-1-48. So what we want to do, if you would please, Salvatore, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you see me?
I can. So it's sort of like a seance. Everyone says, can you see me? I can hear you.
Yes, yes.
So why don't you do a little review for us now? For everyone here, if you go on to the Google Drive, you will see that there are some. There's a drawing here, a copy of the of what he would like to do. Which gives
Alana, are you able
definition.
to screen share that?
I'm sorry.
I was asking Alana if she could screen share.
I actually don't think I can because then I can't take minutes.
Okay.
All right. And I have it on another device, so that I don't have to leave this one.
I could do that if you want me to pull it up.
Would you, Zach? That would be great. Thank you.
Sure.
Would you like me to wait until you have the document?
Yes, one moment, please. Alana, are you going to allow him to share screen?
Yeah, I think you should be able to already.
Great. So what we want to do, once he has the screen share, that's the first document. Salvatore, why don't you run over for us what you are thinking? What's your concept? What's your idea? And just give us a brief explanation of what you want to do.
I've been in business in New Paltz for about 20 years. I had 2 shops on Church Street in the year 2000, 2001. And it lasted there for about 10 years or so. And then I moved my operation up to 215 Main Street. The first shop I opened was number 2 Church Street, and the second shop was 6 Church Street. I kind of feel I developed that Church Street area back then because it was kind of a blighted area, and I brought in the antique business in that section there of town, and I did a lot of work on the facades and created kind of a focal point for tourists and also for locals. So I've been in business for these many years. I consider myself a successful antique and art dealer. And right now at 215 Main Street, we occupy the lower level, about 1,200 square feet of antiques and art. And I would like to have an accessory use in the antique shop. So the antique shop would still be the antique shop and the art shop as well. And the gallery and antiques. And I would like to add like an accessory use of a small cafe, a wine bar, and some I would say liqueurs. I wouldn't say hard liquor. It would be like more liqueur, like a Cynar, Aperol, Ouzo, pastis, sort of the what you find all over Europe in the local cafes. And the food would be, it wouldn't be fried food. It would be like stuffed pastas, like ravioli, tortellini, panzerotti, and then some tapas. And I would like to create that. I'm planning to put in a beautiful fireplace with some very comfortable seating so people can enjoy to look at the art while they're enjoying their food or drinks. And I get that a lot from my clients who want to have sort of a full experience when they come to New Paltz. And downtown is completely great, but it gets a little long for them. So they asked me if I could entertain an idea and with the coffee and Italian coffee and some petit fours, some Italian pastries, and basically create a cultural cafe. And that's basically my idea. There's a lot of infrastructure in the location. It was Moxie Cupcake in 2011 to 2014. They had a bakery in there, so there is an ADA bathroom. All the entrances are ADA. They had outside seating, which were also ADA. The gates are open so that they can come in and out easily with access, without any trouble, without at ease. The bathroom was built at that time, and it was reviewed as an ADA bathroom. The gas line isn't there already. I have over, I'll say, $300,000 worth of antiques from around the globe, some ethnographics, some European, Latin American, Mexico, etc. In the space now, and lots of beautiful display cases, and so people like to linger around and discuss art and antiques. And I would like to offer, more as an amenity for them to enjoy the stay while they are at my location here. That's
Very
basically
good.
the
Okay.
idea.
So let me ask you a couple of questions here. Is this on the top side or is this on the bottom side?
The bottom, when you turn into the parking lot,
Mhm.
the first end cap on the bottom, there is a little garden, and I'm adjacent right to that.
Okay. So let's make note of that it is on the bottom as opposed to the top
So you
side.
turn in, and right there you have the parking spots, and you have the door. So it's a level, ground level entrance.
Okay. So
Side, facing the Village Gardens. It's on the back side of well, that's where Moxie Cupcake was.
Yes,
the-
exactly.
The back side, so you're facing yeah, that's really really nice.
okay. Is there much construction that you're going to be doing, or just renovations?
I would like to put some subway tiles and some rustic. I also trade very much into architectural parts, but these will be all decorative, nothing structural. These are just ambiance pieces. We have, sewer and water there. We have bathrooms. We have gas lines. But there will be no fried food. There will be no fried food. It will just be fresh or boiled food, like
Okay.
pasta.
Now it is changing because you're looking for a change of use. It's changing from what to a restaurant?
I would like to keep it as an antique shop, as the primary use, and the accessory use would be the cafe.
Okay.
Only because, like I mentioned before, I've been in business for 20 years in Opals, and I'd like to keep my business going. It is difficult for everybody today, but we have gone through many changes in the economy: 2001, 2008, 2020, 2019. We have survived. It's a family operation, and we're all immigrants. My sisters were my partners, and my wife is from Colombia. My sisters are from Italy. I'm also from Italy, and my kids are biracial. And we have kind of like this great sense of survival, and try to be good civic and good neighbors, And we believe that the antique shop is a very good business for us, has been very, very good business for us financially, and also very satisfactory for our lives that we have a Rosen Detre.
Very good. Okay, so this is in the B1 district. These uses are allowed. There's currently the Asian Fusion, which is on the other end of the building at top, plus there is also a catering, or I don't know what you would call a bar, that is on the bottom side of that as well.
Yes, yes.
Are there any questions from members of the board that that you would like to ask?
I just wanted to get like sort of an idea of how is perceived at this time. I understand that
Sure.
it may evolve with the
Sure.
information.
Why don't we let some of the board members weigh in? They may have some questions they want to ask regarding this. Anybody have any questions that you want to ask of the applicant?
Yes, I had a question about the construction. Will the footprint be changing at all?
No, not at all. No.
And so the patio you said is already existing and it's not being extended at all.
No, not at all. No, it's been there since Moxie, since 2011.
And the only other question I had is about the change of use. Are there any differences, John, in the parking requirements when you between these two uses?
That's a very good question. I can't answer that right now. Rick, do you know what if there are any changes in the parking requirement?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the code.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the code on that. That's a good question.
Yeah, I know that parking lot already gets pretty full. So
Yes,
sure
we as a family also acquired the adjacent property where Dr. Short's used to be.
Mm.
So if need be, we could get a few parking spots there, if need be.
Okay. Dennis?
Two things. I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Have you spoken with Corey at all?
Yes, I spoke with Corey at the inception of my inquiry, and he highly suggested that I come to you with a pre-application so that I would have an idea of, what the big picture would be if you would like the big picture.
Yeah, I think Zach brought up a good point about the parking, but actually, to my way of thinking, this is just an added accommodation to the people coming to see your antiques. It's not like you're opening up a takeout service. So again, of course, you have to go by the code, but I think it's a terrific idea. I'm all for it. I don't think there's going to be any major. There's probably not even a minor interruption of what's taking place now, except that you're adding to the value that your customers have when they come into your store.
Dennis, would you do me a favor? Can you take a look at the code just so we want to get everybody kind of involved on this and see if there's any change that's necessary for the parking requirements? Just kind of a little homework for you. You can get with Rick, figure that out, and then that way you can report it back to us.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you. Rachel, do you have any questions for the applicant?
Yes, I haven't walked back there for a while, but I really like the idea that it faces the neighborhood and that you have, pedestrian access from the neighborhood and this small street, so that when you want to walk there, you don't have to go out onto the main street. You don't have to, and it's, I like that. Are there bike racks back there? I don't remember.
There is one bike rack and on the west side of the building, that accommodates about 5 bikes. Planning hopefully to add some more as bicycling becomes more of a daily life activity in, I guess, in America, I guess, everywhere. Yeah. Amsterdam will be the
Anything else,
the
Rachel?
best.
Well, no, I mean, I like the idea also that there's kind of a tree buffer there, and I think that, you know, enhancing the trees is a great way to improve the look and value of the property too.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. So here's what we would like for you to do is you talk to Corey, and Corey said you came here, and the general opinion of the board is that it looks like an interesting concept and idea. We're going to go back and look at the code and make sure that everything works well with the code. We're going to talk about the parking regulations as well. We'll get with our attorney, but the next step for you is for you to visit Alana, and Alana will get you or will point you towards all of the appropriate forms that you need to have in order to move forward. And then the next step for you will be to not only do those, but you'll have to come up with some more specific drawings that you will, more detailed, that you will come to us with, and then we can put you on the agenda, go through it a bit more. Then we will have we'll have a public hearing, and then after the public hearing, we'll make a decision on it. But right now, it looks like it's in good shape. So get with Alana, if you would, please, as soon as possible, and that way we can move you forward as quickly as possible.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and for choosing the application tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. I'll
You're
email
very
you
welcome.
tomorrow.
Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, Zach, you can let go of the screen there if you would, buddy. All right, and we're back here. So thank you. So that takes care of the pre-application for the change of use for 215 Main Street. We are going to be moving on to a site plan review here very quickly. And that site plan is PB 2010 for 2 Da Vinci Way. The applicant is Glenn Nystrup, zoning district R2. Has the SBL down there. So, yes, Mr. Nystrup, welcome.
Good evening.
So why don't you give us a little bit, I've got a summary here that I want to go over, but why don't you go through what you're looking to do? Just give us a brief on it, and that way we can all be reasonably well informed.
So what I'm looking to do is basically a double-decker deck, a deck for the French doors downstairs, and above there's a door that comes out of the bath of the master bedroom that I put in there, and I had the whole thing drawn into the drawing in 2003 when I built the house. So I'm just finally getting around to it as I'm sitting around my house, like many people are, and looking at, oh, what can I do to improve this? And I'll finally getting around to it, which I've wanted to do for years. The upper level would be a roof for the lower. And I was talking to some folks about, you know, some kind of waterproof, perhaps vinyl flooring that would work as a roof and make a mud room maybe eventually downstairs. But at this point, I'm just looking for a deck below and the deck above. Probably 10 by 10 above and 9 by 9 below, approximately.
So the deck above you said was going to be 10 by 10.
Yeah.
And below you were doing, I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
9 by 9.
9 by 9. Okay. All right. To the members of the board, if you get a chance, go on to Google Earth, take a look at 2 Da Vinci Way so that you can get an idea of where this is sitting and what it looks like. It's always nice to have that tool to look, even though it can be kind of invasive. So this is an application to construct a 2-level porch on an existing 1-family residence. The seeker is a type 2 action. It's construction, expansion, or placement of minor accessory appurtenant residential structures, including patios and desks, which means that there's no further action that needs to be taken in regards to seeker. The GML, the property is within 500 feet of the town boundary, but is exempt from referral to the Ulster County Planning Board under the village agreement with Ulster County Planning Board as a one-family residential site plan that is a type 2 action and meets the following conditions. Increase in parking is not required by local statute. Channelized access to a state and or county road exists or is proposed. There is not a disturbance of 1 or more acres of land, and there is not a new structure developed in the 100-year floodplain. So that gives you an idea. We also have to have a public hearing, which is required. So, Mr. Nystrip, your next actions are the board's going to classify this, and then you're going to be set up for a public hearing. One note from our attorney, it looks like the application has the wrong SBL. The Ulster County parcel viewer indicates it should be 86.41-1-18.220.
That was 18.220. Okay.
Correct, sir.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I pulled that off another document that I had.
It's quite all right. Rick, you have something to say here? Looks like you were ready to add something.
No, not at all.
Okay. So we are going to declare this as a type 2 for seeker. And there will be no further seeker that needs to be done with it because it does meet all the requirements for the type 2 action. So we will then set up a public hearing. So your public hearing then can be either 11/2 or 11/17. Now, if it's 11/2, Alana, he has to be very quick then, correct, to get the notices out?
Yeah, so if you wanted to do it at November 2nd, which is a Monday, you would have to have the signs posted and mailed by the 23rd, which is the end of this week. If you think you can do that, then they can set it for November 2nd. Otherwise, they could set it for November 17th and you'd have a little more time to, I would send you all the public hearing documents. So I send you the list of neighbors you have to send it to, the sign you have to post. You're just mailing everything out and posting it. So it's kind of up to you.
No, I was going to ask if I knew what I was having to do, then I would be able to
You know,
say.
you'll have all the instructions and everything tomorrow. It's just a matter of if you think you'd have the time to like drop everything at the post office and post the signs on your property and stuff like that.
Sure. Not a problem.
But so you want to set this in for 11/2? Is that correct?
Yes, thank you.
Very good. Then, so we have set the public hearing date for 11/2. So there you go. She'll get you everything you need.
Just make a motion, John, to set the public hearing, and
I'm sorry, say that again.
you just need to make a motion to set the public hearing for November.
All right. So I need a motion to set the public hearing for November 2nd, 2020.
So motion.
I need a second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
All right, so that's what we're going to do. Thank you very much. See Alana, she'll get you all the proper forms. She'll help you to figure out the remainder of if there's anything left on the site plan documents that you need to fill out, and we'll be ready to go. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do appreciate you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is really the long and the short of the evening. This may be as short a meeting as we will ever have.
Yay.
Wow.
So the next thing that we will need is a motion to adjourn.
So motion.
And a second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So moved. So we are adjourned. Rick, thank you very much for attending. I do appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Rick, thanks a lot.
Sure thing. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thanks, Alana.
Yeah, no
Good night,
problem.
Rachel. Good night, Zach.
Night.
Good night.